Can we get full-time Bully Aspinall after this smear campaign? How are you going to be on the comeback?
Right, when I come back, there is no more Mr. Nice Guy. Nice Tom. When it comes to MMA, he's gone, and I'm going full bad guy, I think.
What are you left feeling after the fight?
Well, look, if you were sidelined from doing your job for like 15 months, not allowed to do anything, you train your ass off for 6 months for a fight, then to get double eye poked, to be left with no vision for nearly 6 weeks because of an illegal move. How do you think I feel? Not feeling.
Tom Aspinall has finally broken his silence, and the MMA world has been shaken. The man known for humility, respect, and elite heavyweight talent has reached a boiling point. Fans quickly realized this wasn't a polite media statement. It was a man feeling insulted, dismissed, and betrayed by Dana White, who not only questioned his toughness after the brutal eye poke that ended the Cyril Gane fight, but also mocked and trivialized the injury. Tom made it clear he's done pretending it didn't bother him. This was meant to be his moment, the rise of the most complete heavyweight prospect since Cain Velasquez, but instead, all anyone questioned was whether he quit. He didn't. He protected his long-term vision, his family's future, and his career, because in the heavyweight division, one blind spot can be the difference between a world title run and a lifetime disability.
You know, something needs doing about it.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it's horrendous for me to look at that.
Say that. How is he not disqualified off that? It's outrageous. And then people just start booing me like, my fault. He double faulted me, mate. Just trained for 14 months. Trust me, didn't want someone's finger knuckle deep in my eye.
The person who should have defended him, Dana White, the man who controls the UFC narrative, didn't. Instead, White brushed it off, implying Tom should have fought through a dangerous eye poke. For the first time in his career, Tom admitted he's furious at the backlash, disrespect, and the disregard for fighter safety when money is on the line. Eye pokes, one of the most common and dangerous fouls, have derailed careers for years. Yet the UFC refuses to fix the gloves despite repeated warnings from specialists and champions. In his frustration, Tom revealed he's seriously considering leaving for boxing the moment his UFC contract ends. He's drawn to a sport that feels more respectful and financially stable. Fans were stunned because Tom has long been the UFC's loyal gentleman, yet even he sees the appeal of protecting his vision and career elsewhere. The Francis Ngannou effect looms large. Fighters see stars leaving, earning tens of millions and reshaping the sport. Proving the UFC isn't the only path to superstardom, and Tom Aspinall has taken notice.
CT and MRI confirmed orbital soft tissue trauma. Confirmed! This is confirmation, okay? Orthoptic evaluations demonstrated impaired binocular coordination and restricted ocular motility. This is what the scans are revealing, guys. That doesn't sound good. I feel weird celebrating this because it's like we were correct and we're not lying and we're not making shit up. But also it's like, oh God, we were correct. This is terrible. This is really bad. You know, so it's a weird in-between that I'm at. Bilateral traumatic Brown's syndrome. Tom Aspinall was poked and Cyril Gane put his fingers in Tom Aspinall's eyes, and Tom Aspinall got Brown syndrome from it. I don't know if this is a symptom of Brown syndrome.
I'd say what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And Tom Aspinall right now is getting a lot of online. There's a lot of people supporting him, but there's also a lot of people jumping on the bandwagon and talking a ton of crap. And obviously John Jones, an incredibly popular fighter that's been around forever. He's one of the GOATs. You know, he's got a lot of fans, and a lot of people are going to get on the side of John Jones. Simple as that, because they're his fans, and Tom's English, and he hasn't been around too long, and all that kind of shit, right? But the reality is, he said that Tom Aspinall is incredibly overrated, and he's quite simple. All he has is a good 1-2.
He has a beautiful 1-2. I got to learn a lot about his patterns in his last fight. That's really about it. That's the one thing that he's setting up real nice.
That's it. That's all he's got. He's got a good 1-2. It's dangerous. He can knock people out. He got Curtis Blade with it and a bunch of other people. But if you watched
Dana White's dismissive response, fan attacks. In the UFC's ongoing disregard for fighter safety, it's no wonder Tom Aspinall publicly said he's exploring other opportunities once his remaining fights are complete. He knows his worth, understands the generational money in boxing, and sees that heavyweight boxers can earn more in one night than UFC fighters make in their prime. Meanwhile, Dana downplays the situation, but the real issue is deeper. Fighter safety isn't a priority until it's convenient. By speaking out, Tom shattered the unspoken rule that UFC heavyweights must tough it out no matter the risk, exposing how fragile the fighter-promoter relationship really is. White's trivialization of a potentially career-ending eye poke and the ensuing online criticism revealed a cold reality. Loyalty and respect vanished the moment a fighter costs a main event. Tom wasn't making excuses, he was protecting his career, his vision, and his future. His anger at Dana's reaction is rooted in the fact that instead of defending him, the president of the UFC remained detached, almost mocking, leaving one of the division's most loyal fighters to face a dangerous narrative alone.
Eye poked.
Well, I actually got eye poked twice in the fight. First one wasn't too bad. He got warned for it. The second one, obviously, Cyril Gane tried to make my head a bowling ball with the double eye poke knuckle deep in both. So yeah, wouldn't recommend it at all.
How did you feel the fight was going before the eye poke?
I felt like the fight was going okay. It was going pretty much to plan. I think that, look, there was this big notion in the media before that I'm just going to run through Cyril Gane. Look, I might look like an idiot. Sometimes I might even talk like an idiot. But when it comes to fighting, I know what I'm talking about. And I know that Cyril Gane is...
That was the moment Tom Aspinall realized. If the UFC won't publicly protect fighters, why should fighters protect the UFC privately? Boxing entered the conversation not out of spite, but because the numbers speak for themselves. With elite striking, footwork, fight IQ, size, power, and name value, Tom knows the potential is enormous. He's seen Francis Ngannou and Gane leave, face doubt and mockery, and then earn in one night more than they did in entire UFC careers. The eye poke controversy only magnified a deeper problem. The UFC refuses to address fighter safety. Despite years of calls for safer, curved gloves, including Trevor Whitman's design, the promotion has done nothing. Fighters still risk permanent damage or being labeled quitters. Tom's statement made it clear, if the UFC won't take eye pokes seriously, top fighters will seek opportunities elsewhere. This isn't just Tom versus Dana, it's a warning about the message the UFC sends when it ignores fighter safety.